Back. Thank you, Sandy. We're going to begin right away with questions. Your first question will come from front row to your left.
Sandy, this game, it just kind of went sideways right from the start, but there were a lot of shots that BG had and some of your other players that weren't bad shots. They just didn't go down, and then it just seemed like it completely got away from you in the second quarter and on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate. We got our butts kicked tonight, which is disappointing. Like I said at the start, they were really, really aggressive, and their hedging went to another level, and we still got some open looks and we missed them, and then I think we just lost momentum, and obviously they grew in a lot of confidence, and what they were doing was working, and it rattled us a little bit, to be quite honest, but we got to be better, so these are one when you're coaching, you're like, okay, we just flushed that one because we're a better team, but they when what we showed, but full credit to Chicago, they prepared well, and obviously Copper, who we talked about, was a handful in that first half.
Sandy, front row to your right.
Alex Simon from the Knicks. Obviously, if you guys had Nurse, you feel like it may go a little different, but with the way Copper's playing right now, especially when you maybe want to give her open looks from three and she's making them, just how difficult is it to come up with anything to stop her at this point?
Yeah, and a lot of it was one-on-one. You have to rely on your team defense and that, and we allowed her to sweep it and go baseline way too much. And yeah, I mean, that's when she gets shooting it from outside, you got to give up something, don't you? She was making it. She had a really good game, and obviously that took the life out a little bit. But look, we didn't execute well, and obviously they partly blame for how they defended us. We just got to go back, watch film, and get ready for the next game. But I will say this: I knew coming in about the officials. I mean, we knew that no fouls were going to be called on us. I mean, all the fouls on us, and they'll go onto the free throw line, and they're going to hold their whistle. And I'm not a coach that stands up here and goes, yeah, they're officials and blame and blame. I mean, because they just need to be a little bit more consistent. I mean, that's how I look at it. I mean, they're hard hedging. Some of those running into their fouls, and that's contact, isn't it? If you're going to call it down the other end, you need to make sure you're being even. This is a finals. I don't think we should get into, let's protect the other team because you bitch about the officiating and your free throw attempts, but here we are.
Second row to your right.
Maggie Hendricks from Valley Sports. What did you say to them in the locker room? Was there even a conversation?
And yeah, sure. I just said we got to flush that one. That's the conversation because we're a way better team than what we showed tonight. And obviously their crowd got into it and they did what they needed to do. Obviously this is their home court, but we've played well on home court. And we've been in this position before. We just got to regroup. We got to regroup, refocus, and be better. That's what it comes down to, and that's my job, making sure that we're going to be better because they took us out of the way too much, and we didn't have enough scoring options when BG was missing early. That kind of hurt us, obviously. Because obviously we rely on our big three a lot for our scoring.
Sandy, second row to your left.
Hey Sandy, regarding the officiating, following up on that, how does the league fix this, and how long has this been a problem? I mean, there have been a lot of coaches who have spoken about this inconsistency that really has gone on the entire season. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, that's not, I'm usually I say nothing because I know it's hard. I know I'm not perfect, but it's just, I don't think they're always bad. And it's just more getting to a little bit more consistency. I don't know. I mean, maybe, who knows, keeping refereeing in our league and refereeing more games and not doing college, 2 different rules. Well, I think that helps. That's one of them. You need money for that too. So, I'm not someone to put blame on everyone else, to be quite honest. If I blame anyone, it'll be myself. That's just how I am. But yeah, officiating, and some are good, some days are good, some days are not so good. But it's more about just being consistently good or bad. I don't care.
Sandy, second row to your right.
Sandy, now that you have 2 must-win games ahead of you, how do you dial in on the next game without getting too ahead of yourselves?
Well, this is our season. This is what's on the line, and we played in a few eliminations to get here, and then a game 5 in Vegas, and we understand. what needs to be done. And I believe in this team. We weren't very good tonight, but the other team made us like that, but we still weren't sharp and what we needed to do, and so we'll rise to the occasion. I mean, this is our it's our knockout. We want to send it back to Phoenix. Let's take it to a game 5.
Our next question will come from Zoom, Mark Carlisle. Mark, if you would.
Sandy, you mentioned, trying to flush this one, put it in the past. You also said, gonna look at the tape. What kind of lessons can be learned looking at the tape of this one where so few things went right for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, just to see what didn't go right. Sometimes you just have to relive it to piss you off a little bit, to be quite honest. And that's all it will be. It's not, I don't think it's X's and O's now. It's just like the attitude that we're going to come out and play in the next game. And just like I said, just overall, just being a little bit more better than what we were. And this team has great chemistry. I know that they'll respond. But we've got a big challenge ahead of us because, like I said, I have a lot of respect for Chicago, a really good team. They're dangerous from so many positions on the floor. But so are we. So we just got to hang in there.
Sandy, to your left, toward the back.
Well, yeah. Hi. Taurasi and Diggins-Smith were 3 for 19, played 50 minutes. Is there anything about the arena that maybe affected them? The noise, the crowd, the baskets?
No, not at all. I think, credit to Chicago, really, their defense. We're used to playing, we've played well on the road. We're the team that's won the most games on an opponent's floor. We don't mind that atmosphere, but the crowd was great tonight, so it's great. People of Chicago came out and supported this game, so fantastic, and that certainly gave them a lot more energy than it gave us. And we had half-time scoring, and unfortunately, our offense was, we weren't scoring on offense, and it affected our defense. And we got to dig deeper on defense, and hopefully we can get some easy ones on offense. But tough night at the office. Got another game though.
Sandy, second row center.
Coach Chris Pennant from War Media. It looked like early on you were having success turning Chicago over, but could you talk about what they were doing against Brittany? It looked like they were playing more single coverage rather than doubling, and was she having a tougher time getting looks in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we got her some good looks. I think we got her some good looks. She just missed them. They played in her space a little bit more. I think in the second half you saw her, she went to the right hook. That's a pretty nice little shot there too. So I think that's what once she realised that, and they couldn't take away her space a little bit, and that she still finished 7 from 17, but she was about 1 from 8 when she's struggling. I was like, we're not getting. It was like, I think it's like 20 points in the paint to 2. That's hard when you can't just win from shooting outside. But she, like I said, BG. Missed some. She made some in the second half, and she's still someone we need to get the ball to as much as possible.
Just a couple more questions, Sandy. To the right, standing.
Coach, you made a comment regarding the fans here at Wintrust. Packed house tonight. Obviously, the Sky does not want to go back to Phoenix. If it's a tight game going down the stretch on Sunday, how do you offset that? Regarding in football, they call it the 12th man. But here in Chicago, it's a basketball town. How do you prepare for the crowd, aside from playing against the team itself?
Yeah, we just played a game 5 in Vegas with that 10,000 fans. So we've been in that situation before. And it really just comes, like I said, we have a veteran team too, led by Diana. It's just playing with a little bit more poise and execution when it matters, and that's the key thing. And making plays when it matters, and we didn't make too many of them tonight, but I know that we're capable of it.
Turning to Zoom, Danny Thompson. Danny, go ahead, please.
Coach Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. When Copper is going at the way she's going, and when Candace Parker is playing at the top of the key, does it make you want to change your defensive principles? I know you've kept Breezy out there all season, guarding the best defenders, but does it change when Copper is being aggressive and Parker standing at the top of the key, just playmaking from that part of the floor?
Yeah. I mean, they're all pretty dangerous tonight, but you know, Copper, she was just a handful. They were isolating whoever she was guarding. Like I said, we can't just rely on one-on-one coverage. You know, we wanted to push her back to congestion. So we didn't really execute what we wanted to do there, but, you know, Copper made a lot of great plays, and I thought Candice was really, really good too. Just her aggressiveness on defense, but, you know, ability to score as well. I mean, it was face to basket and, you know, back to the basket. And we had, you know, BG was on her at times too. So, you know, this is a team that can spread you. That's always tough when they can spread you. And but like I said, we've beaten them once. We have to just to regroup, refocus, and get ready to beat them again. What day is it today? Don't even know. Friday, Sunday.
Sandy, thank you. To our media, stay with us. We'll be joined in just a moment by Coach James Lee.